Fran. Great to see you. A fantastic, impressive win at the weekend there. How have you decided to replace a 40-goal a season striker in Charlie Wellings? What have you done to try and fill that void?
Hi, it's a pleasure to be here. Obviously that's not an easy thing to do. We never had this before last season, a single player scoring over 40 goals. But what we are trying to do now is what we did with Charlie. We signed Charlie after a season when she only scored 4 goals. And it was credit to her and her hard work, but also about the credit of the staff and her teammates who make the player she was. So this year we are doing the same, just using 2 other players, one of them obviously Clarissa. And as you saw so far on the weekends, I think she's doing a fantastic job. Obviously 40 goals is a huge statement, and I think it's unfair to put that pressure on Clarissa, but so far I couldn't be any more delighted with her the clinicality in front of goal, but also and especially the pressing. I think the pressing of the team was outstanding. I'm so pleased of seeing how one Celtic player was able to defend two opponents and how effective we were. And she ended up scoring from pressing on her own, the goalkeeper, so delighted for her. So that's what we try to do. If we can manage to do so, I don't know, but I don't care if a player scored 30, 40 or 15. What I would like is the team to do as good as possible by the end of the season and try to win as many things as possible.
The football you played was very impressive. Last season you talked about the challenges of playing at Peterhill's Park and the smaller pitch. How have you prepared for that this week against Partick Thistle?
Yeah, it's a good question actually. If you saw last game, it helped us massively that it's a brand new surface, so you can actually take the eyes off the ball and put the head up and know the next action. So we were able to play quite quick football because the surface was very good. Now we are going to go to a pitch where it's very narrow, and it's a challenge for us. It's always a challenge for us. We are a very expansive team, and we like to play with the ball on the ground as much as possible. And Peter Hill is not only very narrow, but he's very short. So, the timing of the runs and the weight on the pass is sometimes not the perfect one because that's not what we are used to in terms of training or playing. So how we adjust is obviously, trying to adjust. So we cut the pitch today in training, for example, try to adjust a little bit to the scenario we're going to find on the weekend. And then obviously on the match day, it's all about us. And if we can play at our very best in terms of concentration, pressing, second balls, etc. And then hoping that we are going to carry on the good form that so far we have had.
Gracias, mucha suerte.
Gracias.
Thank you. Move on to David.
Hi, Fran.
Hi, David.
Is that the best performance a team has had under your time at Celtic, or indeed in coaching in general?
I was over the moon. I think it's one of the best. I don't know. I was particularly pleased with the Scottish Cup final performance. That was something incredible, especially because of the circumstances. Coming back from a decision that we felt was harsh, and with the players enough, and with all this time left and extra time. So that was very impressive. But this one, obviously, against a team that is going to be fighting like it's Hibs, they are going to be fighting for everything this year. That was a huge game, very impressive. So I was delighted. I don't know if it's the best. Obviously, that's for you guys to decide. But for me, it really felt good.
I noticed that the unique angle has got a lot more views on it on YouTube for the club than is normally the case, and there just seems to be a snowball effect around the team, with a big TV audience as well at the weekend. How do we keep that going? Is it just by keep playing the way we're doing?
Yeah, I think that's mainly up to you guys. After you guys reporting and getting everyone excited, it's up to us putting good performances on the pitch. Not only to us, but every women team in general. The league has made a massive step going into the SPFL, which I think is a great step in the right direction. And I think we are all taking a little bit of advantage over the amazing women Euros that we have with record attendances. It was fantastic. And I think all of these have an impact. And now, you can see increase in everything. Record attendances in our first fixture, in all the features together, and I think is the great first step. And I think now it's up to all of us to carry on getting people excited, to carry on going to stadiums, to carry on supporting the team. I mean, it felt so good to have a crowd there, a loud crowd. It really, we always play better under the crowd. We love to play for Celtic. We love our fans, and the more the merrier. We are always better with fans. So that's up to you guys to come, support us, and we will not let you down. We can tell you that.
With Glasgow side scoring 30 goals combined in the first game week, do you expect this season to be another one in which the Glasgow clubs dominate?
It's difficult to say. Obviously, we have an outstanding game. I think that's not normal. I think we will not have any score line like that, anywhere near like that against Hibs anymore this season. I think circumstances obviously play a big part in terms of they got some players coming late. We were very good. Don't take credit from the girls because they were outstanding, but that's not going to happen anymore this season. It's going to be much closer games. Obviously, there are clubs that has struggled, like Glasgow Women. They went up, but they lost many of their best players, so it will take them a while to get used to this division. And I was as well very surprised of the Glasgow City result. I thought that would be a much closer game than it was. But I think things will catch up. I think that's something that it was the first league. I don't think we will see 30 goals between the three Glasgow clubs in each. Well, three of the Glasgow clubs. There are more teams in Glasgow, but I think that was a kind of like an accident, and I think that will match up with time when they got more experience and when they used to the league. But I would say, the three Glasgow clubs, Rangers, City, and us. I think we will be in the top four for sure.
Just to carry on the point that I was making there, how do you feel about when you get big results like that? Because the optics are for critics of the women's game to say then, you have such disparity and there's a lack of competition. Or do you feel as though it's a case of you can only go out and play to your best and beat what's in front of you?
I mean, if we are honest, these results are not the best in terms of competition. What you want is as close a game as possible, because that makes it more exciting for the fans. Of course, for Celtic fans, it was unbelievably exciting to see the team perform like that, scoring 9 goals. But probably for outsiders of the Scottish League, that seems like, or they might think that is not like a very competitive league. I don't think it's the case. I think it's a very good league. I think it's a better league this year than it's been never before. But I think the closer the games, the more excitement. I just think we have a very good preparation, all three Glasgow Cups, and on the day of the first fixture, we all three meant business, and we have huge results. But I don't think that's going to be the case during the whole year, and definitely I think it's a stronger league, and it's going to be tighter as the game goes, and especially we will finish very tight because it's going to be a split, and either top 6 or bottom 6, but they will play just between themselves, which make more difficult to have a high scores. So I'm not worried, but it's a fair point what you say, and the tighter the game, the more exciting for the fans.
Obviously, Glasgow City next week play their Champions League qualifying against Roma. Does it take you back? Obviously, this time last year, Celtic had qualified for the Champions League, and does it just whet your appetite for exposure to that level again? And do you sense that within your squad? There's an impetus for success this season?
Yeah, I mean, in the squad, I always feel that we've been making history for 2 years in a row in different forms, and we are, obviously, we are hurt that we are not in the Champions League. We will be there, of course. We will be supporting Scottish teams because we want Scotland to carry on with 2 Champions League spots, but we would love to be one of those teams. Unfortunately, this year last year we fell short on the league, and we will try our very best to make sure this year that's not the case. But as you saw, we are fighting against another very, very good teams, and it's going to be very difficult. But definitely, we will try our very best. And the more fans we get, the easier it's going to be for us to try to get success in terms of playing Champions League and maybe win some trophies.
On such a fantastic performance at the weekend, how much confidence does that give players heading into the new season?
Following the success of the weekend, how much confidence does that give you in the players heading into the rest of the season?
Okay, all right. Sorry about that. Definitely that performance helped a lot. we worked them harder this week. It's for me, it's very, very important after a performance like that, which it was very impressive. Even for us, we didn't expect a high result like that. It's very important to keep the team humble, keep the team with feet on the ground. You have to hear some comments, which is normal. Some people get overexcited, and some fans already, we are going to win the league, we are going to win everything. It's very, very important to keep. It's only 3 points. I know it was a great performance, it was a great result, fantastic result, but at the end of the day, it's just 3 points. We haven't achieved anything apart from a good performance. We need to try our very best to make sure we replicate the performance this weekend. We need to try to get the 3 points and play good football. So yeah, obviously very positive. When you win and you win big, the team is very high in confidence, but it cannot be too high. If it's too high, it could be detrimental on the weekend. So we need to play safe and to make sure no one gets too high. But yeah, definitely it helped in terms of confidence to see a result like that, and to see the players that the quality of the players that didn't even come on the pitch, because the squad depth this year is very, very good for us.
Hi Fran, following Sunday's performance, how proud are you of the team after that dominant display? And what's the message going forward into Sunday's game?
What's the message?
Going forward into Sunday's game.
Yeah, as I said, I'm very proud. It's not easy to play like that against a team like Hibs. We always have close games against Hibs. Probably the best one the last year at Celtic Park, which we beat them 4-0, but they actually have more possession than we have, surprisingly, although they didn't have clear chances, but they dominate possession. But this year it was a very, very good game for us. So that obviously made me very proud, especially the pressing. We were so good without the ball. They didn't have the ball for long spells. We won it back very, very quickly, and that required a lot of legs, that required a lot of confidence, and I think they were outstanding. So the message for this weekend is do the same. It's different opponent, different pitch, and different style, but for us is about try to play our style, impose our style, and of course try to get the 3 points. That's the most important thing, and we will try our very best to do so.
I've also seen in recent days a lot of praise for our 5 summer signings so far. How important will they be for this season?
Well, they are key. As I think last year, where we fell a little bit short was in experience. Obviously, in the cups, we were outstanding. We won. To be fair, we won every single cup game. Last year, which is amazing. Really, it's amazing considering that we have to face all the best teams. But in the league, we fell short. And I think we fell short because in some key moments where maybe some tired legs and we didn't have that many alternatives with experience. Some games we have too many teenagers on the pitch competing against very experienced women. So I think this year, by bringing all those players, we brought much more experience. We brought real competition for every single spot. There is no one single player that got the guaranteed spot on the weekend. And that's very good for the team because nobody's switching off. Everyone is fighting every session for a spot on the weekend. That put us in a strong position. So yeah, obviously those players that we brought, I know it's a lot of transitioning players. Some has gone, some has come, but overall I am absolutely delighted. I really like this squad, and I think it's going to be a good year for us.
Can I just ask if there's any doubts for Sunday's match? Is everyone fit and healthy?
Yeah. Everyone's fully fit. We don't have a single injury to report. So yeah, a nightmare for me because we will have to leave 2-3 players out of the squad, unfortunately. But I can count with every single player. Of course, there are some players that didn't have as many weeks of precision. So in terms of volume on the legs, they won't be ready to start. They might play a part at the end of the game, or some of them might not come on. But everyone is fully fit, which is something that I am very pleased to say.